What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Good morning. Welcome back to the channel off of another excellent Trill Boxing Talk. Y'all leave Black Fight Fan alone. Leave that man alone. Man, we all stop to hey man, I gotta co-sign something before I get into this. Man, don't tell people about people hating on them. Okay. Just don't tell me. I can so much relate, man. Do not tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell 78. Don't tell Black Fight Fan. Just don't tell them. Because people out here just, you said, my bad, bro. But no, you all good, man. 78, you good, man. Trust me. You guys can go, hey, y'all go to y'all finish and I'll hop on afterwards. I'm all good, man. Ain't no worries at all, man. Y'all got to talk about what y'all got to get it off. Y'all got to get that out there. But before I do, because I will take 70 what Black Fight Fan wanted me to change. I changed the title at the last minute. I'll talk about that DAZN stuff, man. But this is something that, man, people told you guys a long time ago about that DAZN. So we'll get on that. We'll talk about DAZN. We'll talk about Deontay Wilder. Talk about my man Gary Russell Jr. That's what we'll talk about in here, man. So, but first, before I get into that, we'll wait till about 100 people in here. We got in here quick off that, man. Look, man. Please do not, if you hear somebody talk crazy shit about me, about somebody, don't tell me. Just leave it, because all what that does is you're doing something for them that they can't do for themselves. Because I would never listen to them. I have no idea what these dudes are saying. I know they're talking about me because I've been on YouTube for 3 years now, and that's what they do. I can only imagine with Black Fight Fan, because Black Fight Fan, I'm sure, gets the worse. Because he got a bigger show than me. So, these dudes, they just want to be Black Fight Fan TV. You got to understand this, man. These dudes are with me, I'm an old man. Okay. So you probably don't want to be me. Okay. I got that. They want to be Black Fight Fan TV. That's what they want. They want people to tune in, to watch them. They want to be able to talk their stuff. They want to be able to be confident and tell people what he thinks, talk like he talks. They want to look like he looks. They want to be that dude, man. That's what they want to do, okay? And they can't be that, and they really got pissed off when Black Fight Fan, because Black Fight Fan TV used to be, what's going on, BFTB? Salute to you, BP. Much love in that super chat. And BFTB said, the GOAT, y'all can tell me because I'm petty. Yeah. You say your hands up, please. What's that? Your hands up, please. What's your hands up, please? I don't know what you mean, Roger, about that. Anyway, so yeah, man, they're just jealous, dude. My hands up, please, for what? What are you talking about? Why would I want to lift? Why do I need to raise my hands up? I don't get it. Man, they hate your guts on Twitter. I blocked for retweeting your tweet. Oh, they hate me, dude. But they should hate me. They should hate me. There's a reasonable response from them. They should hate me. I got it. Because here's the thing. The reason why they should hate me is because I will knife them. See, people do, man, how can I say this, man? And I'm going to say this. I joke, bro. That's all good, man. It's all good. Look, man, here's the thing. Everybody, if you're true to yourself, you got something to offer. And those media guys, they're not that smart. They write well, but they're just not that smart. I mean, just truth be told, you be burning their ass. Yeah, they burning them because they're just not that smart, man. What's good, Elgin Gould, man? Welcome to the channel. They're just not that smart. You know what I mean? They're just not that smart. So like Steve Kim, for example, thinks he's being cute when he calls people the demographic, or when he says that something is a trait, right? That discipline is a trait. I know what he's saying because quite honestly, I'm smarter than Steve Kim. So I'll point that out about Steve Kim and I'll call it what it is. It's a dog whistle. It's a dog whistle. Hey, man, let me tell you something, Usama Raja, you're gone. What I am is I'm not stupid. That's what I was leading. Now, you insulted me about 3 or 4 times with that lift your hand shit, and you asked me that question, just get the fuck out, okay? What I am is not stupid. So get the fuck out, okay? Your apology, I didn't accept it. I didn't believe it when you gave it to me. Just get the fuck out, okay? You're being annoying. Now, back to Fanai, Kansas, stand up. Yes, sir. I was born in the great state of Kansas. Where's my KU? Salute Fanai. What's good? What's good, SJ Fish? So anyway, man, y'all just get up off. Please don't share that stuff with Black Fight Fan TV or 78 because, man, those dudes really are jealous of him. And for good reason. The dude's got this dude's got thousands of people watch him every day. Every day. And he's right about that grind he puts in. That young man, and I call him a young man. I've told him this to his face. Well, not to his face, but I've told this to him. Because I'm considerably older than I'm about 2 years younger than 78. I'm about 2 years younger than 78. But I'm much older than Black Fight Fan. And Black Fight Fan TV is a very, very intelligent dude. He's a very, very intelligent dude. He's a very focused dude. He works very, very hard. And he's a very, very intelligent guy. Very intelligent guy who's blessed with self-belief. He says he's blessed with discernment. I can't necessarily sign off of that because of the Lomachenko shit. But he's definitely blessed with a high level of intelligence and a great amount of self-confidence. And people do not like people that are truly self-confident because it really, for a lack of a better way to say it, it tickles their insecurities. So if you're sitting there really not feeling like your channel's taking off, not really feeling like you're getting a lot of respect, and you see Black Fight Fan TV doing what Black Fight Fan TV's doing, getting back on the channel, not just getting Bomac on the channel, but having thousands of people listen to his interview with Bomac, having Bill Haney on his channel, having Devin Haney on his channel, having Clarissa Shields on his channel, and him being able to say, look, I'm going to go out and meet these fighters. I'm going to bring them here to you on Trill Boxing Talk. And for him to have that interaction with them, hold his own with those people, and man, that's going to piss people off because they don't have the ability to do it. If they do get the interviews, they don't have the ability to have that many people listen to the interviews. It's just, dog, they're going to be jealous of him. So just let them be jealous, let them wallow around and feed off the scraps. But you shouldn't bug him about that because he already knows. You know what I mean? You say it's a lot of hard work, man. Yes, it takes discipline. It takes the trait of discipline, right? Ain't that right, Steve Kim? It takes the trait. No, dude, discipline is not a trait. It's a skill. It's something you learn. Some people learn it and they learn it in different ways, man. But look, let me go through this. I'll go through the super chats. And that's another thing. Thank you guys for the super chats. You motherfuckers try to shame people into not to support creators. That's some shit that I have noticed has been going on. They want to shame people. Somebody that has a YouTube channel that is monetized wants to shame you for supporting somebody else. The people that talk about people getting super chats are people whose channels are monetized. If they monetize their channels, if they have ads on their channels, why in the world would they say something about somebody else getting a super chat on their channel? Why? But for jealousy, they get money for what they're doing. Clearly, they keep doing it, so they want more. Why would they hate on Black Fight Fan TV for getting super chats? Because they can't get as many, and they would want you to do it for them. But even those dudes don't even appreciate it. But anyway, I just wanted to get on that for a second, man. Let me get to the super chats. I really do appreciate you guys' support. But man, it really does and it's distracting. If you've noticed, I listened to Trill Boxing Talk. I got to Trill Boxing Talk a little bit later today than I usually do. But also, man, when you guys share that information and spread that to people, it becomes distracting. And it's that much, and it's like it gets to the point where it's something you got to address. And it takes away from you being able to talk about boxing, right? So, I would just say, man, if these people are saying that stuff, don't watch them. Because you got to be there to hear them say it. You got to be watching them. You know what I mean? I don't hear anybody insult Black Fight Fan TV because I don't watch them. I watch BFTB. I watch BFTB, and I ain't never heard any type of drama out of BFTB like that. I listen to BFTB roasting you trolls. And that's another thing. Y'all mad that y'all ain't BFTB because BFTB got more talent than you. But that's all right. It's going to stay that way too. All right, man, let me get to this real quick. I want to say thank you to the members that joined the channel. You guys are extremely important to the channel. Before I start this off, and we're going to talk about DAZN but just to give you a little teaser on DAZN, it's what you call the great bait and switch. And it's the bait and switch they've been planning. They've always, from what I can see, listen to these morons. They offered Wilder a contract for $120 million, and he said no. No, they did not offer him a contract for $120 million. They never did. They never made that offer. That offer does not exist. But yet these guys will continue to talk about it as if oh, Jesus Christ. Excuse my language. This back of the YouTube thing. Here you go. All right, cool. Why is that? All right, cool. Oops. Where did it go? Sorry. Oh, here you go. All right, man. These are the people that make the channel click. Thank you. My man, G Jones. Yo, woo. Time to ante up. Main event Mark Carver Williams. Miss Boxing. Pugilism and Politics. KO. Proud African. Mr. King Case, Texas. Mr. T King, Texas. Rasul Sabor. Two Left Hooks. Eric Jenkins. King. Daniel McCray. Mass Arms. My man, what's good with you? Queen 71. CVP Junior. I Am. Raider Time. Jay Good. Mr. Already. Crush the Legend. Robert Hollister. Hate It or Love It TV. Adderwild M. Laws to Punch Out TV. What's going out there in UK? I see that channel's growing. Laws to Punch Out. I Rock. D-Style Boxing. Richard Larkins. CJ. Juniper B. Matthew Valentine. Juan Lejeune. Daryl Zapata. T.I. Rapper. T1 Rapper. I didn't mess it up that time, my man. Tony Fielder, Gravy Davey in the building. Man, one of the longest contributors and friends of the channel, the expert genius, Ivan Garcia, Underground Asylum, the great BFTB Boxing, Emmanuel Joseph Bain, Brothers Moses, Chris Jones, Sunny Boxing Talk, Ghetto Life Boxing, D Money, Gregory Wyatt. Thank you, man, for all your support, man. One of my favorite subscribers, Anthony Johnson. Love to you and the family. Romario Harris, Messiah, the man, 78 Sports TV, DJ Yo, Kenneth Johnson, Drink More Water. What's good, Bud Crawford? Sugar Fantastic, TC The Crisis, J.A. Dixon, True to God TV, LCD Boxing, Home Demographic. Man, I put that tweet out today, man. Buddy Lee Sr., Mr. 74, Brian S., Daryl D. Henderson, Jeff the producer, Bert from Artican, the man, Cali Enigma, Sports and Entertainment, and the African Sci-Fi Scholar. Much love and for you guys and all your support. Let me get to these super chats real quick, and then we're gonna run off. Then we're gonna for sure get into this conversation. Forgive me, man. I gotta. Jeez Louise, man. This is so I can't stand this. I'm still trying to get used to this new back office on YouTube, man. It's not the easiest to navigate right now for me. What? Oh, this is community settings. Forgive me. Here, it's coming. I gotta be a little more responsible and setting my stuff up before I get on, man. My bad. As that's rolling. Okay, yep, here we go. My bad. All right, man. Somebody said the lying, man. Brandon Thompson, stop lying, man. Ain't nobody offer. It was $100 million offer. Still a lot of money, but use the right name. Mr. Mom, much love in that super chat. My man, 78 Sports TV said, my bad, bro. We went over a bit. BP said, brother, salute, brother, man. Salute to you. BFTB said, tell him because he's petty. Yeah, but they won't go anywhere near you, BFTB. You done scared them all off. Mr. T King Kexas said, coming in, smash that like button. Yes, sir. Shaz, boy, me. Have not seen you in a while. Said, haven't done this in a while. Long overdue. Oh, man, I'm sorry. I said it while you wrote it, man. I'm just happy to see you. But much love in that super chat. JWT 2020 said, thanks for kicking trolls out. Trolls do not live around here, man. Trolls go. You look anything like a troll, I'm throwing you out. The Goalkeeper 3000 said, I got so drunk 2 nights ago with my girls, had to go work the next day. I was dizzy and throwing up at work. Dang. All I got to say is that black families know how to party. Hi, salute to you, Fanon. Yes, sir. Ricky Edwards says, salute, Fanon. Salute to you. Big Dog Willie says, salute. Always appreciate your hard work, man. Thank you. And Anthony Della Garza said, did you talk about the zone $50? Not yet. $50. Not yet. I'm about to do it right now. Let me click this rewind button, make sure. Oh, yep, that's it. Okay, so let's get to this. Much love to everybody in the super chat. All right, man. That's what you call a bait and switch, homie. And I told you what was going to happen. All right, so we like to do math around here, okay? How much was DAZN? How much was DAZN 1 year ago today? Yeah. Eddie Hearn said that he thinks they should raise the price of DAZN to $50. Let me ask you a question. It was $10 a year ago. How many times does $10? Yeah, let's just round up to $9.99. Let's just say you take an easy number, an even number 10. Okay, 10 and 50, because it's going to be $49.99, right? 10. Oh, and no, without taxes. Let's leave the taxes out because the taxes apply. The penny roll down applies. It all scales. So let's just use even numbers because I'm bad at math and just say $10. How many times does 10 go into 50? How many times does 10 go into 50? This is why they don't like me. Goes in there 5 times. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Is that a 500% price increase? Is that, somebody let me know, is that a 500% price increase? 500%. Now, since we're doing math here, before you think I'm biased, right? Since I'm biased, let's just use the math. How if it's $50 a month, how much is that a year for 12 months? Is that $600 a year? Is that $600 a year? Somebody that's not biased and is not a racist, let me know if that's $600 a year. Because my math might be racist. My math might be biased. My math might be a privileged American. Let me make sure. Is it $600? It's $600. So, since it's $600 for a year, let me ask you a question. How many pay-per-views could you get? Or let's do this. $600, right? Now, if the only reason you sign up for DAZN is to watch Canelo Alvarez, just say that the only time that you go to watch DAZN is for the big Canelo Alvarez fight. And he fights twice a year. How much would you pay per Canelo Alvarez fight for DAZN? Let me ask you. I need a math. That no. Not 8 pay-per-views. I'm just saying, assume that you're a Canelo Alvarez fan. And only thing you want from DAZN is to watch Canelo Alvarez, and he fights twice a year. How much would you be paying per Canelo Alvarez fight? 8. The answer, thank you, Fahim Satur. You would know Canelo Alvarez does not fight 6 times. He does not fight 4 times a year or 3 times a year. He fights twice a year. So you would be paying $300 per event for Canelo Alvarez. How much is a regular pay-per-view? How much were the pay-per-views for Canelo Alvarez on HBO? $100. $100. Yeah, it's 300. It's $300 if that's all you watch. Now, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about somebody that would get DAZN to watch Canelo. Somebody that's not interested in Liam Walsh, that's not interested in Demetrius Andrade versus Keeler. Somebody that's not interested in Tevin Farmer versus whatever his name is, Jojo Diaz. Somebody that's not interested in, like you said, Ted Cheeseman. Somebody that's not interested in those guys. You're paying $300 a fight. Now, let's also ask this, because I like to go, I just want to, because I just checked. It seems like people want to keep the $99 annual fee, but make people pay $50 a month for the people that are one fight and done. Look, man, dude, you can stay, man. What's good, Goalkeeper 3000? Thank you for joining, man. New member. Look, man, stop. Let me tell you, let me stop you guys right now with this fairy tale. I told you that they were going to bait and switch you. That their plan was this. This is what I believe their plan was. And I said it. I think 78 Sports TV said it. I wouldn't be surprised. I think Black Fight Fan TV said it. So I'm not the only person that thought this. When they said that they were going to invest $1 billion and thank you, Underground Asylum, and they said that it was going to be $10 a month, we said, oh, what they're going to try to do is this. They're going to try to get as many fighters on there as they can get, and then they're going to raise the price. They're going to try to, because remember, this is before Fox. It's before Fox. They're going to try to run Showtime out of business and the PBC out of business by offering a bunch of money to get their fighters over. And this is Black Fight Fan TV, by the way. They're going to try to get all the PBC fighters to get them to sign and leave the PBC to come over to DAZN. They're going to say that they're going to pay these guys all this money and they're only going to charge you $9, right? So watch. They're paying a ton of fighters a ton of money to bring them over, but they're not bringing you anything. They just want anything to watch them. They're absorbing the cost. But eventually what they're going to do is they're going to switch that up. They're going to pay the fighters less and they're going to charge you more. So where it started like this, right? Low cost to you. Say this fist is on a graph is low cost to you, right? And then the fighters, they're going to pay a lot, right? So low cost to you, high pay to fighters. They are going to change that to high cost to you, low cost to pay to customers after they corner the market and get rid of the competition. And they are now, look what they've done recently. ESPN, they are now saying that they have the biggest stable in boxing, which we know is ludicrous, right? But they've got all these ex-big name fighters. Ex-big name fighters. Gennady Golovkin. Who the fuck cares? Okay? Gennady Golovkin. We've got Gennady Golovkin. You get to see Anthony Joshua. You get to see Canelo Alvarez. Who has a stable like this? PBC got a better one. And they're not. And guess what? We get our big fights a la carte. A la carte. That's if you want to think of PBC, think, oh yeah, well, they've got Mikey. Dude, Mikey just got his ass beat up off the PBC. But look, we get over on PBC, they give you your fights for free. Watch this. Watch the deal. Over at Fox, they give you all of your regular fights for free. Okay, so you get Jermell Charlo, Tony Harrison for free. Did anybody here have to pay Jermell Charlo, Tony Harrison? Did anybody have to pay for that fight? No. You get Caleb Plants for free. You got Jermall, you've gotten Jermall Charlo for free. You've gotten more than likely you're going to get Sean Porter again in his next fight for free. You get most of the PBC fights and the PBC fighters you get for free. You get only ones you pay for are the ones on Showtime. And that's $15 a month. That's $15 a month. $150 a year, not $600, right? But all of the fights on Fox you get for free. And then for the big ones, you get a la carte. You can choose whether to buy Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. You can choose whether to buy Errol Spence Jr. or Mikey Garcia or Manny Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman. You don't have to pay for it. You don't have to pay for it. With DAZN, you have to pay for all of it. You can't just say, "Oh, I just want to pay. I just want to pay for Canelo Alvarez. I just want to pay for Gennady Golovkin. I'm not." Or watch this. I don't want to pay for Canelo Alvarez versus Liam Smith. I don't want to see that. I'm not paying. I don't want to see Rocky Fielding. No, I'll skip the Canelo Alvarez Rocky Fielding. No, you got to pay for it. You got to pay for it. Oh, says Steve Kim is that he's an Asian dude and Get Out, man. Dude is just, first of all, he's a troll. Okay, the dude's a flat troll. He's not just that. He's a troll. That's who he is. He's a troll. If he was not writing, if all he did was say the same things that he said on YouTube comment sections instead of ESPN magazine, he'd be a troll. You'd be like, I get this fucking moron out of here. He's just a fucking troll. He's just a troll. And I can show you on the Twitter. Check my Twitter feed because somebody else put out the tweets he had about the PBC. Oh, Eddie, don't let the UK people, do not let the PBC go over there to the UK and ruin the good stuff that you have. Does that sound like a journalist or does that sound like a troll? Seriously. Is that a journalist or a troll that would say that? It's a troll. Would you ever hear somebody like, let's say, who is a real boxing journalist, Thomas Hauser? Would you say Thomas Hauser say, "Oh, Eddie, don't let the PBC and that demographic come over there to the UK and ruin what you have going on"? Why are you lobbying against business relationships between promoters that lead to fights? You're a troll. Who would call boxing fans that demographic? If you're not trolling, you're just trolling. Chef Boy ID said, "I'm here most days. I just listen in silence. I work with my hands, so to chat, I have to stop working." Oh, no worries, man. Much love in that super chat. Glad to know you're here, though, man. Glad to know that you're here. Because yeah, man, I definitely noticed that you weren't commenting. Oh, by the way, can I tell you a real funny story? Real fun. I find it funny. The goalkeeper 3000 says $50 is almost buying a pay-per-view, and they said pay-per-view was dead. Seems like DAZN will be dead soon. I support you to the fullest. One day I'll buy you a beer for sure, man. We'll get it together. Hey, but check this out, man, goalkeeper. It's $50 a month. It's $50 a month. That's a pay-per-view. That's a pay-per-view every month. That's pay-per-view every month. And Teddy B what Midwest Sports Talk says, Steve, yep, I got that. Is that I don't want to say the word. He's that Racing dude and Get Out. Look, man. One of the biggest trolls in boxing, man. That's why I have no shame on Twitter. I will troll. Because obviously that's what that's for. Did you miss my super chat? No, I just read it, goalkeeper. I just read it. I'm reading them a little bit out of order. Yeah, see, I said, yeah, $50 a month. That's what. But look, man, the reason that I'm telling you that is because that is what it was always about. It was going to be the bait and switch. It went from pay-per-view is dead to no, we'll take the money. No, we want your money every month. 2 pay-per-views. If you buy 3 pay-per-views a year, it's $75. It's $75 a pop. That's $325. They want four $75 pay-per-view buys off of you, even if they don't put that level of fight on. And they've not had a pay-per-view level fight on yet. They've not had a single one. Can anybody name me a fight that should in the United States for real that would validate a for you paying $50 for? I only bought DAZN for single fights. I'm confused. Then don't be confused. He wants $50 a month. $50 a month. He didn't say $50 for an event. He said $50 a month. I pay for DAZN every month. It automatically comes off my card. Unless you cancel it. But if you believe that bullshit, that they're okay, cool. Spend your $50 on that stupid shit for a month, man. Okay? Let's just use for the assumption that it's $50 for a single month. That shit is not worth $50 for a single month. When they were charging you $9 for the same thing a year ago. Am I missing something? Is $50 for 1 month worth it? You said, "Oh, I'm saying they're going to get rid of per fight buy." Man, I don't know what you're talking about, man. That shit's just not. It's not just not worth. Okay, cool. It's just not worth it. If you could do $50 for this, then $50 for that month, it's not worth it. They have not had a single fight on there. There's not a single fight on there or a single month that I've seen on DAZN. Look, I'm not getting anything that I wasn't already getting for free. That's something else. I'm getting anything from them that I already wasn't getting for less money before they showed up. Everything. I'm literally if there was no DAZN, Tevin Farmer would be fighting on ESPN for free. Am I lying? Look at every fighter that they have over there. With the exception of Canelo Alvarez, I was watching every one of their fights either for free or with my Showtime or with my HBO package that I was paying for anyway. Gennady Golovkin I was watching Gennady Golovkin fighting on HBO, which I already have. I'm getting that for other things. So they didn't give me anything that I wasn't already seeing. Canelo Alvarez were pay-per-views. So if I wanted to buy the pay-per-view, I could buy the pay-per-view for Canelo. But shit, I wasn't paying $600 or $300 a year in pay-per-view buys for Canelo. I might have paid $150 or $200 a year for Canelo's 2 pay-per-views. That's tripling the cost. There's just nothing that they're giving you on DAZN that you didn't already have. They're not bringing I could see if they were like, "Oh, we're going to give you access to these world-class fighters out of the UK that you're not able to see." They're selling you a used car at new prices. That's all that is. Look at the fighters. Look at the fighters they're talking about. Demetrius Andrade was fighting on Showtime. He was fighting on, what was he fighting on? He's an ESPN level fighter, man. Very talented, but you're either going to get him on ESPN, you're going to get him on HBO, maybe you're going to get him on Showtime with what you already have if you have them. If you have Gennady Golovkin, you're getting it on HBO, which you already had. So if you're paying $15 a month for HBO, dude, you only have to assume what would you associate with a specific fight card on HBO? Maybe allocate $5 of your $15 to that. Okay, so for HBO, since I have it anyway, what portion of that $15 would I say is directly associated with boxing and HBO? Maybe $5. $5 for 12 months, that's $60 for the year. And that's me being very, very gracious to HBO, saying I paid $60 a year for everything. They want $50 a month. $50 a month. For what? Look at the fights. Monster Inoue versus Nonito Donaire. as much as people say that's a top level fight of the year candidate fight, which I mean, I don't agree with. That's an ESPN fight. That's a straight up ESPN fight. Maybe regular HBO, maybe regular Showtime on the undercard of Errol Spence Jr. Versus Lamont Peterson. Think about it. If there was a match between Errol Spence and Lamont Peterson, and Nonito Donaire and Monster Inoue were on the same card, who would be the headliner? What fight would come first and what fight would come second? It'd be Errol Spence versus Lamont Peterson. And then the fight before, you'd get to see the little guys fight. That's not a pay-per-view level fight, man. It's not. Neither is Josh Taylor, Regis Prograis. Josh Taylor, Regis Prograis is not. That is an HBO. That is a Showtime card. That is a fight before that's a penultimate fight, or the fight before last on HBO. Straight up. That might literally come after Jermell Charlo versus Tony Harrison. Is that as good for real? Jermell, what is a bigger fight? What is a bigger fight worth more value to you as an American fight fan? Josh Taylor, Regis Prograis, or J-Rock, Jermell Charlo? Or J-Rock, Jarrett Hurd? Or Jermell Charlo versus Tony Harrison? Obviously, it's J-Rock Charlo. You're not getting anything. I never subscribed for DAZN for the year. Why would anybody? Their cards are terrible. I just buy for the fights I want to see and cancel. But see, there you go, CRB. I'm glad you brought that up. You are subscribed. You did get the month, but it auto renews. So you're buying. Their setup is like a fucked up video game that your son buys. My son walks and asks me, "Hey, can I buy this biking game?" I'll be like, "A biking game? Yeah, sure." But then a year later, I look at my credit card and I see, damn, what did I get charged $3.99 a month for the last 12 months? What is this? Oh, it's the game he asked me for that had a clause in it that said, oh, it is auto renew unless you cancel. And then you got 30 days. Okay? So guess what? You're paying for 2 months if you don't cancel it the day after. Right? So you can say, okay, you can cancel within 30 days. But you got to get 30 days. So you get it day one, you keep it for 2 days, you cancel it, you're going to get charged again. Because it's the cancellation is 30 days. You give them 30 days. So they bill you on the first. Their billing cycle is on the first, right? Billing cycle is on the first. The fight is on the first. You cancel on the second. It doesn't cancel till the second day of the month. So they bill you on the first. That's how they run you at Lifetime Fitness. That's how they run you at, that's the scam that they run at fitness centers. No contracts. But if you terminate, you got to pay another bill cycle. So they're going to get at least 2 months out of you. And most people will forget to turn it off. Or put it this way, a lot of people will forget to do it. Or just some people just won't care. Like, oh, I guess I'll watch this. And since I got it, I might as well. $10 isn't that much. But dude, on the other side of it, if you have a pay-per-view fight, you either have to choose to buy the pay-per-view. Like, you can't, just because you bought Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz, they didn't say, well, this is for every pay-per-view for the rest of the year. You got actually to make a conscious decision to buy the next one. See, I canceled, so Eddie's still charging me. I heard that wrong. No, I'm saying, this is what I'm saying. Like, if you cancel, it depends on the cancellation fee, on their cancellation policy. If you cancel it, their cancellation policy can say it's 30 days. They say, they tried to auto renew me. I caught them. That's what they do. Try to auto renew you. So you're paying attention. Watch this. If they do that to 100 people and 80 people forget, sounds like a good deal to them because they've charged you a lot of money. Anyway, but look, back to it. It is the fact that they're talking about $50 from when they were talking about $9 a month, because it was $9 month a month a year ago. It was $9 month a month. This is a case of give a dude a rope. He want to be a cowboy. It was month to month, $9, $10, 12 months ago. Is pay-per-view still $100 a fight? I've not paid for one. There's been 100. The last four I bought have been 75. No, they're not 100. The $100 pay-per-views are like Floyd Mayweather Jr. And I think Canelo might have got people. I think Canelo might have got them for $100. All of the PBC ones have been 75. Is it like free in the UK? No, they kill them in the UK because they really charge pay-per-view prices for those guys in the UK. DAZN's not in the UK. DAZN doesn't. That's the funny thing, man. The people that talk about DAZN in the US and what a big success it is, most of them don't even live in the United States and have to buy pay-per-view for all their fights. Those are pay-per-view. Deontay Wilder fights are pay-per-view. Never cancel via merchant, always via your bank. Yeah, but I heard, CB, that if you cancel via your bank, that, they might not allow you to charge that again. At least that's my bank. Some banks don't let you do that. If you dispute a charge, they will say, okay, if I dispute this charge, you cannot charge to this account again. That's what my bank tells me. So I have to, when I cancel things, I cancel via the deal. But it doesn't. You said, you're right for now. Yeah, most people won't do that, man. Till this day, Boxing Club, I knew it was too far-fetched. I knew Eddie had something up his sleeve because $10, he had this plan the whole time. Man, look, dude, those guys, it's the bait and switch. It's the bait and switch. But you see it, the dude's a scam artist, man. USAA let me dispute all day, every day. Oh, for real? What does USAA stand for? The Hall Report prepaid card all day. I do that too. Oh, prepaid cards. Now, prepaid cards, it wouldn't matter because if you take the money off, they can't charge you. No one is saying $50. No one is paying $50 for that trash, and that app is trash. But it's the military credit union. Yeah, military. Oh yeah, because you're a credit union. You ain't a bank. I mean, you're a bank. But it's a credit union. Oh, that's what's up. Deontay did the greatest thing by not signing with DAZN. DAZN has become a mess. I cancel my subscription now. Yeah, I'm going to keep my subscription to DAZN because it's tax deductible for the kid. Just if you got a channel, when you do your taxes, remember, if you do videos about boxing, that's a loss. So even if you cancel it, go on back, get your receipts in order. DAZN is good. DAZN is okay. DAZN is not noticeably better than anything else, and noticeably worse than Fox. What's good? What do you mean more competition? What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? More competition. What does that mean? Why would you say more competition among networks is good? How? I think that's interesting that people say that, but I'm wondering how? Why? What makes you think that? I don't think it is. I think it's quite bad. Sonny don't believe that what he's saying. Sonny D, I just want to hear him. I want to hear what the logic is. Because I could have sworn that the UFC is all owned by the same company and managed by the same people. And as a result of all of these fighters working for the same guy, the same company, that you get to see them play each other. I mean, you get to see them fight each other in the UFC. Am I right? Also, the NBA. I could have sworn that there's a National Basketball Association that has a collective bargaining agreement, and the owners all work with one another in something called the National Basketball Association, which is one organization with revenue sharing. So all the teams have to play each other. I thought that's how that worked in the NFL. I thought that's how they worked in the NFL. Isn't that how that works in the NFL, the NBA, the Major League Baseball? Doesn't it all work like that? Don't all those professional leagues, all the teams play each other? I guess in football, some teams don't play each other. Right? So if it works for them, why does basketball have to be spread out all over the place? Why is it good that boxing is spread all over the place and you don't have people fighting each other? I'm kind of confused about this. It doesn't seem like it works for me. So what you get is higher prices higher prices and with lower quality fights. That's what it seems like to me, especially when you have things like what went on with going on with Anthony Joshua and Canelo Alvarez over there in DAZN, where they're paying people gigantic sums of money not to fight the best fighters. I see that with DAZN. I don't think you can show me one instance on DAZN where the two best fighters, maybe with the exception of the World Boxing Super Series, which is a series, okay, with brackets where they had to fight each other. Outside of that bracket, what fight have you seen the best fighting the best? Canelo Alvarez didn't fight the best at any weight class on DAZN. He's fought Daniel Jacobs. He fought Daniel Jacobs. He fought Rocky Fielding. He fought Sergey Kovalev. Sergey Kovalev is not the best 175 pounder. Daniel Jacobs was not the second best 160 pounder. Rocky Fielding, damn sure ain't the best 168 pound fighter. And Canelo Alvarez raked in $120 million for doing it. And they specifically kept him away from Demetrius Andrade. So I'm wondering how exactly this is the best situation for boxing. Now, you can argue that that's the case on Fox as well and ESPN as well. But it doesn't seem like DAZN is anything different. It's just more of the same. And it's literally more of the same because it's the same product that you got between a combination of two things. Two things for me. If you guys have been boxing fans for a while, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's a combination of HBO and a Boxing Nation illegal stream. For me, it's a combination of HBO boxing and an illegal Boxing Nation stream. Because I saw all the UK fights, through a stream and watched Boxing Nation. I would watch on Boxing Nation and I would turn down HBO's volume. And if there was a good UK fight, I would just find a stream and I'd watch that. I'd watch the stream. Now DAZN is basically got all the streams that for the fight, except for the ones that I'd want to watch, like Daniel Dubois. You know, now they got those streams. I can watch Calya 5. Woo-hoo! Calya 5 and Josh Kelly. $50 a month for that. Oh, yeah. I can't wait. Oh, they got this up-and-coming Commonwealth heavyweight champion. You know, I get to see Williams fight for the Commonwealth 168-pound title. Ooh, that dude Williams, he's a hell of a fighter. Come on, man. So you'll have the Lakers in Portland in the championship because the Bucks are on another network. Pathetic. Exactly. That's how that works. And my man CRP, I saw you up here, said never cancel via the merchant, always your bank. I thought I missed another one. Did I miss another one? Oh, CRB said if sports on apps is the now, why don't the biggest sporting events worldwide, i.e. the Olympics, Super Bowl, NBA Finals, not on an app, but TV instead? Because it is not the now. It is there. It is what you call in beta mode. It's in beta mode. If in application development, you have applications that are in beta mode, things that they are working on and they're trying to get the kinks out of, and you are basically paying for them to develop the product, and eventually they'll take that product, and when it's time and people have really shifted over, then they will have a product, you know, that has been up and running and has a very good name. But no, he said, I DAZN my subscription from DAZN a year ago. But you probably wanted to watch a fight and got out of there. But I'm just saying, hey, man, Fanon, awesome chat. I have to go. I have to go. My G.O., your grandfather came over, so keep telling the truth. Peace. Hey, Randy, pay up. Forgive me. Hey, Randy, I'll just say Randy because I don't want to kill your last name. Hey, man, peace be unto you, my friend. Yeah, man, Liam Lamb fighting Callum Liam in Hogwartsshire. Like, man, come on, man. Who wants to see that, man? Okay, I'd rather see amateur fights. Straight up, I'd rather watch. I'd rather watch amateur fights. Get a contract with USA Boxing and the International Amateur, because I would just as soon watch that. I'd just as soon watch it, and I can't fall asleep because the fights are so much shorter. Hey, Fanon, Happy New Year's to you. Hey, man, Eric Stewart, Happy New Year's to you as well, man. If they charge in that they are better be put out 4 to 5 fights a month. Dude, 4 to 5. 4 to 5, what kind of fights a month? 4 to 5, what kind of fights a month? I don't see a lot of them televised. I catch mine on YouTube. And I'm watching older ones. Really, most amateur fights that I watch is me going back and look at professionals when they were amateurs. Like I just watched Jose Ramirez, Vasily Lomachenko. Vasily Lomachenko used to have this little Mike Tyson move. He used to dip off like that. He had a little Mike Tyson move in the amateurs he was using on Jose Ramirez. What's the most anticipated fight that's coming up on DAZN? You'd have to that's an assumption that there is something anticipated coming up on DAZN. Nothing. Maybe Luke Campbell, Javier Fortuna. Nah, seriously, I don't know. Because I don't know. There's Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez. Oh no, you're talking about the one that's Super Bowl week. The biggest fight on that card, dude, that is a joke, man. And you are insulting me trying to get me to pay for YouTube fights. That I take as an insult. Okay. You are continually Haney versus Campbell. It's not coming up. That fight's not made. Nino Brown said the zone is dirty. They don't even have incentives to reward their loyal customers. Yeah, because the prices for everybody that came in originally, you only have one more charge at the original price. For most people, their price is going to double for DAZN this month because it's February. They said that they were going to give people the option to keep the old program until February, at which point in time they're going to boost up the prices. And that right there is not fair, because you already signed an agreement with somebody saying that, yeah, I'll be a loyal supporter of yours. Give me $9 a month. I'm okay with $9 a month. I sign up for that. And now that you're used to watching the DAZN fights, now they're doubling the doubling comes this month. The doubling comes this month, which is I think could be another reason. Now that I thought about that, could be another reason why Eddie Hearn is saying, "Oh, I think they should be charging 50 and not 20," because a whole lot of people's prices get doubled this month. They get doubled month to month. Now it's doubled. If you're getting if you were one of the original people to sign up, your shit is now going to get doubled this month. Never got DAZN. That's y'all problem. They only have been going for a year. Three price raises. Oh, 2 for sure, and 1 prospective price increase in a year. In a year. Could you imagine if you did that? Dude, that's like living on. That's like buying a house. It's like buying a house on the with an adjustable rate mortgage, and the economy tanking and interest rates skyrocketing. That's what that is. It's like DAZN is like an interest-free. It's like an adjustable. It's like an adjustable rate mortgage, where how much you pay can skyrocket because if the Federal Reserve raises interest rates. That's what it is. That's how quickly it's going up. When you can double it, then it's not quadruple. I don't even know what the word of 5 times is. Quintuple? Is it a quintuple? What is it when you multiply something times 5? Quintuple? But I wouldn't be, but really, now that I think about it, yeah, quintuple. Thank you very much, Raja. Quintuple. They're going to quintuple your prices. Now, here could be the thing. He could be playing a mind game because literally the prices for everybody's for many people are going to double this month. Their bill is going to double. So maybe he'll say, "Oh, we should tell them that it's really worth 50." So they won't be so mad. They won't be so mad about the fact that the 100% price increase is going to hit them this month. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Ooh, but look, man, I'm going to get out of here today. I'll make sure I didn't miss these super chats. Oh, also, again, let me reiterate. The LDBC is about order, and we are like very much self-contained, okay? We got 400 people in here in this chat, right? 400 people in this chat. The vast majority of the people in this chat are people that rock with the LDBC and go to each other's channel. We encourage one another. We support one another. We providing you with the information that you want to hear from a perspective where you don't feel like you're being brainwashed or you're being disrespected. All we got to do is just continue to keep people in the circle. If somebody comes in the circle and you can tell that they really don't want to be in it, only reason that they're there, it really is to get you to go out of the circle. Okay. So, for example, I got Patreon, and I noticed that a couple people left my Patreon, right? And they left the Patreon, and I was like, oh, okay. Because I noticed when people sign on, and thank you to the new Patreons that signed up yesterday, I can tell when people sign up, or like KQKC keeps saying he's signing up and never signing up. That's for you, KQ. Anyway, I know when people sign up and I know when people leave, because I only have like 55, 56 Patreons at this point. So I know what's going on there. So a couple guys left, and I was like, oh, okay. And I saw the chat that they were in, and they were on chats and regularly talking about somebody that hates on me on a regular basis. And see, right there, that's what all of this is about. Trying to find somebody that has an issue with Black Fight Fan so that they won't support Black Fight Fan, they will come over and support them. And beggars can't be choosers, so they will just take whatever they can get. My personal preference is just don't watch them. Click the unsubscribe button, block all notifications, and leave them alone. Because that way their virus and their toxic nature does not get spread. It doesn't get spread. It doesn't get spread to you. It doesn't get spread to other people in the LDBC, other supporters of the LDBC, and it doesn't get spread to the actual content creator who really is spending their time trying to find things to get done that add value to your experience. Just think for a second about how long it takes Black Fight Fan TV to arrange an interview with Clarissa Shields, and what he had to do to get interviews with Devin Haney and build relationships with Devin Haney's father, forgive me, Bill Haney, right? How long does it take? How long it takes people to double check rumors with established trainers, and right? How long it took for 78 Sports TV to develop the relationship and get the trust for Deontay Wilder. That takes focus, that takes effort. But when you spread that stuff to them, you distract them. And now you make some troll this and put that to the forefront of the guy whose mind is really set on trying to provide you with quality boxing content and do good and improve the environment for Black fighters the way that they believe that they're improving it. And here's the thing, you don't even have to agree with what, like, I'm not saying that I don't, because I agree with 99% of the things that Black Fight Fan TV says, right? 99%. But just assume, let's take Lomachenko, for example. That's the 1%. Even though I might disagree with Black Fight Fan TV about Lomachenko, I know that Black Fight Fan TV's purpose is to improve boxing from his point of view. And as long as he's being constructive and productive in that means, by supporting him, I'm supporting somebody that's trying to be constructive, right? But if I sidetrack him with some bullshit, then he can't do that. Do you see what I'm saying? And I would say you should take that on in the rest of your life too. Okay? The best somebody that is trying to gossip with you, right? Don't get in it. Okay? Don't get in it. There was, for example, I was asked this situation. And I work out and lift and exercise at the same place that my son trains his basketball trainer. So his basketball trainer came up to me and said he was going to fire somebody. He wanted to fire an employee. So he came to get my advice on what he should do. Right? So I gave him my advice based on the information that he had. I asked him a couple questions. I said, okay, this is what, this is that, this is this, this is that. Okay, let me make sure I understand. Okay, think. Then I gave him some direction, right? Or gave him something to think about. But then he asked me, hey, would you want to talk to this guy? And I was like, no, I don't want to talk to him. I think you should do this. And then I was walking by him, right? I was walking by the guy that was going to get terminated. And I thought to myself, should I tell this guy something? Should I give him some opinion, my opinion? And because he's a young guy. And I thought to myself, I got on code. With doing that, how is that constructive towards my goals? If I tell him this, then he could go back and go tell my friend who trusted me with this information that I told him. So I lose that trust. And there's nothing and then this guy might not actually solve the problem that he has because he won't actually have to address the problem. So that to me seemed like a lose-lose, even though my heart tells me, man, I should share this information with this guy because that's something I'm sure he would like to know. I walked my happy ass up out that door and didn't say a word. And then when I came back, the next day, he was still there, shooting baskets, working with a group of kids. And I was like, oh, okay. And I could tell the guy had some little sensitivity when he spoke to me because people ain't dumb. He probably knew that the guy talked to me because I had been talking to him the day before. So he comes to me. Anyway, so I see him. But then the owner comes to me later and said, oh, we decided to work it out. This is what happened. This is how we worked it out. And I said, okay, cool, good. Hey, man, hopefully it's a live and learn situation. I walked off. Now, here's the moral to this story. That situation worked itself out without me getting involved. And if I had gotten involved, that situation probably would not have worked itself out because I would have interjected myself into that situation and might have caused a situation where that kid loses his job. The guy that's running the place now doesn't have anybody to teach his classes, and my name is mud with both of them. But by walking off and minding my own business, everything worked out for everybody because I followed the code. My action. How is this constructive towards my goal? And my answer was, I cannot see how it is, and I walked on. So before you actually talk to 78 or you talk to Black Fight Fan TV, think about that. How is me sharing this information going to be constructive for me? I could be distracting him from making the videos, which is why I care about what they think anyway. They could be thinking, why am I mixed up in this dumb shit to begin with, and get on their nerves, and now they don't even want to talk to me, right? There's nothing constructive that comes out of that, man. Nothing. So just don't share it with them. And with me, just don't share it with me. Because I tell you 100% honestly, I don't care. I don't care about their videos. I don't care about their tweets. I don't care what they think. I don't respect them. I don't respect them. And certain people, it's not because I don't think that they're bright guys, because I actually used to send subscribers to several of them because I thought that they were bright guys. But being a bright guy and being a mature man are two different things. You can have a great insight into the sport of boxing. You could predict fights correctly. You can, all of those great things. But if you're immature and you're petty and immature, vindictive, and just generally an ass, who cares? I'll go find somebody else to talk to and listen to that's intelligent, that knows how to break down fights, that make solid predictions, that are consistent in their performance on their channel. I'll just go tune into somebody else because they have everything good that you have, but they don't have the baggage. Like my man right here, for sure. Like St. Cruzin, I ain't never got to worry about St. Cruzin, Anthony Johnson, Tone Bangers, Narco Champion TVL Bruto, Buddy Lee Sr., Ronald Finkley, or any of these guys bringing stuff, really crazy stuff to me. I don't. So thumbs up, you know what I mean? And be that type of guy to other people that you're around. Don't be the carrier of the virus. Okay? Because you're listening to people that are toxic. They're toxic. And this is how you know somebody's toxic. When they can instill a feeling in you about a specific person and make you feel like you're bickering, make you feel like you're nagging, like you're in the middle of a fight, right? They're trying to lessen your opinion of somebody specifically. They're toxic. And if you're around toxic people, you become toxic, right? You can't walk into a room that has radioactive material in it and walk out and some of that shit don't get on you. Okay? Leave those people, just leave them alone, man. Just leave them alone. Exactly, man. It's carriers of the virus. And don't become a carrier of it. I don't even tell people, just unsubscribe. Just unsubscribe. And here's the thing, like back to the Patreon. This is a virus because I said something on a Patreon that was completely innocuous, not meant towards any particular person. But it was used for gossip out of a Patreon. Patreon is supposed to be something completely separate from YouTube. where I'm not even talking about boxing. I'm talking about, well, I'm going to be doing more boxing, but I wasn't doing anything even talking about boxing. I'm talking about young men improving their lives, how to make lives, how to avoid certain pitfalls as a young professional, how to avoid pitfalls as a young father. Different things that I've experienced in my life, mistakes that I've made. He said, how you unsubscribe? They were never real. Hey, if you are unsubscribed, you just go to their channel where that subscribe button is, you click where that shit is, and you're unsubscribed. D-Style Boxing, what's good, man? And that's what the thing that I would say. If I ever asked you to subscribe to a channel, you ain't heard me talk about them directly in a while, do the same favor that you did for me when you subscribe to them. Unsubscribe from them. And here's my logic for that. If you heard about a channel from me and that channel is hating on me, I made a mistake. I made a mistake in sending you to them. Because obviously, I would never send anybody to anybody that would be in a petty argument with me. I don't ever even talk to most of the people that I recommend that you subscribe to. I would never subscribe you to a petty, vindictive, snarky channel. So if you trusted me enough to subscribe to them, trust me enough to unsubscribe for them. Because trust me, there's other channels that provide just as good information and they're not toxic. Okay? For example, I'll give you a name of a channel that you can subscribe to right now. Go find, and I don't really watch his videos too much because I don't have a lot of time. He's not the LDBC. But this particular cat, Showbiz the Adult, he sounds to me to be an adult. He seems to be a very mature person. If you feel like listening to somebody that's adult, somebody that is not going to get involved in a bunch of dumb shit, right? Isn't going to ask you to get involved in a bunch of dumb shit, go subscribe to him. Unsubscribe from them, go to subscribe to him. Okay? There you go. I don't watch a lot of his videos, but I know that he's a mature individual. Blue Blood, everybody that's subscribed to me is already subscribed to Blue Blood and Blood Boxing. That's LDBC. That goes without saying. He said, I ain't up. Yeah, but I'm saying, look, I ain't asking you to go sub to him. You can do that or you don't do that. But all I'm saying is this. If there's some people that you want to, Champside, I've never met Champside. I'm subscribed to Champside. He seems to be a very mature dude who's really about taking care of his business. You don't have to spend time with petty ass people, dude. You just don't spend time with petty ass people. There's plenty of people that are not going to be petty, right? And now if you fuck with somebody and they respond, I don't say that they're being petty. Okay? If you start something with me and I say something back to you, that's because you keep talking to me and you keep talking about me and people come to me about you. So if I say something, that's just because, dudes, how long do you think I'm going to go without your ass, until I fucking flame on you? Okay? You're bugging me. All right? A mosquito ain't going to keep biting me in the head and me never say anything. You know what I mean? But look, man, if there's any of these dudes that if you hear somebody disrespect 78, if you say somebody disrespect Black Fight Fan TV, unsubscribe. Okay? If they dissing me, stay subscribed. I don't care. But if they're disrespecting Blue Blood, 78 and Black Fight Fan TV, unsubscribe. Because you cannot tell me one time you've ever heard 78 Sports TV disrespect the channel by name. I've been listening to him for almost 10 years. I have never heard him disrespect the channel by name. Black Fight Fan TV, I have never heard him disrespect the channel by name ever. I have never heard Blue Blood Sports TV disrespect a channel by name ever. I've never heard Ness from the Boxing Voice disrespect the channel by name ever. I've never heard Boxing Ego disrespect the channel, another YouTube channel by name ever. Because they are mature adults who have goals of their own, and they're trying to reach their goals. Period. If you hear of a guy you hear somebody that disrespects people like that, who never disrespect anybody, that never disrespect anybody by name, Why would you support them if they're trying to insult them by name? If they're mentioning the name of another channel, you should unsubscribe to them as a rule. I'm telling you, and I'm saying it for future people, for current people, if they mention another name, if they disrespect the channel by name, unsubscribe to them because they're toxic. They are toxic people. And that's me just telling you how to be an adult. Don't be in the room with a bunch of gossiping girls, okay? They might not think they're acting like, man, look, dude, ain't nothing wrong with Ness. I like Ness' channel. He's got a good channel. He's got a good channel. There's nothing wrong with the boxing voice. You're never going to hear me say a bad word about the boxing voice because they put in their work. We don't got to agree on everything. We don't got to agree with that, but they put in their work. They get up in the morning. They air their content. They think about their content. They're out there doing a job, man. So I don't disrespect people's grinds because I know what it is to do this. I know how much work this takes, man. I literally know how much work it takes. And I know that the people that are doing it, they're not doing a lot of work. No need for any of these that around here. No, man. And plus, dude, you really don't need to leave the LD. I will say that though. You really don't need to leave the You really don't need anything but LDBC channels. You really don't. If you want the news, you got Blue Blood. If you want commentary, you want comedy, you got 78, you got Black Fight Fan TV. If you want history, you got blood boxing, retro documentaries. If you want to see somebody ether trolls, you got best fight the best boxing. If you want to hear that old Southside Chicago old man clown your ass and sing for super chats type of entertainment, you got KQKC boxing. It's a one-stop shop, dog. That's how it's designed. Anyway, it is what it is. I'm going to get up out of here. Much love to everybody in here. Said we can't trust any of those channels. No, you should never trust a channel that disrespects somebody by name. You shouldn't. Because what are they going to do to you? Think about this. Same principle that you have, you would tell your child. Same principle. If you're with a friend and they're talking behind the back of their other friend, what do you think they're doing with that person when you're not around? Think about it. If you have a friend and they are talking about a mutual friend of yours behind that guy or girl's back to you, what do you think they're doing when they're with that other person and you're not around? They're talking about you like a dog. If they will talk bad about 78 that ain't never said a word to them, or Black Fight Fan TV that never said a word to them or about them, what do you think they'll say and do to you? The exact same thing. They will do the exact same thing. And that's why I call them toxic. And you should leave them alone immediately. Anyway, it is what it is. With that, we out. Peace. Go check out KQKC, who's already on probably. Peace.